What up? It's K.Honesty, and I'm about to do a review of the Season 8 premiere of Tyler Perry's Sistas. So if you haven't seen Episode 1 of Season 8 of Tyler Perry's Sistas, turn this video off and go watch the episode and come back and watch this video. And please like the video and subscribe to my channel. I can't stress enough how it is a simple and free way to support my channel. It takes less than 5 seconds to do. If you want to support and help my channel grow, that's the best way you can do it, by liking and subscribing to the channel. I'm not a public speaker. I will tend to fumble my words and say and so and like 1,000 times. I may stop to regain my thoughts. I may slow my speaking down to regain my thoughts. Anything I say, it's my opinion. It does not reflect anyone or anything associated with the show. And yeah, please comment below what you thought of this premiere episode, what you would grade it. If I forgot anything that you thought I should have talked about, let me know in the comments. And yeah, I like to grade the episodes before and after my reviews. Now until it got to like the last 30 seconds of the episode, I was about to say this is dry. Like, this is a boring ass episode. I mean, it still was boring, but the last 30 seconds, the last minute of the show saved it. The last minute of the show saved it to where I'm gonna give it a B-. That's me being gracious, because the last minute of the show saved it for me. Because I was watching it and I was like, really, this is what we doing in the Season 8 premiere? But the last minute definitely saved it. So I'm going to give it a B-. But of course, leave your grades in the comments if you feel like it should be lower or higher, whatever. Yeah, last chance is the Season 8 premiere of Tyler Perry's Sistas review. If you haven't seen it, turn this off, because I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't seen it. So this whole episode is just basically the cast getting interrogated. And I feel like these interrogations, some people was getting interrogated and it was just like they wasn't even getting questioned about Gary. Like, it was just it was like they were just trying to give us a recap on what happened in Season 7. Like, we know what happened, but it's just like the agents, they was asking dumbass questions that didn't have nothing to do with Gary. It was just weird. So Andy, of course, is first to get interrogated. And this is what we find out, that Gary died about an hour ago, what the detective tells Andy. Mind you, one of the agents that's doing the interrogating, he's the same agent that Penelope and Andy was working with to take down Gary. His name was AJ Watt, I think. Yeah, whatever. So Andy's first to get interrogated. She's basically not she doesn't tell him anything about the whole Gary blackmailing her and Jordan situation. And I'm just wondering, like, now that Gary's dead, why wouldn't you tell him that? But I guess she's a lawyer, so she knows better than me, I guess. I was just like, that would kind of absolve you of things, or that would probably kind of put reasonable doubt into the agent's mind as to why you was getting married to Gary in the first place, or whatever the case may be. So she's not giving the agent anything. She's like, I want to find out who killed Gary, but I won't sit here and get insulted. Then she gets, oh my God, goddamn net. Oh well, it's so little, it's just flying all around the screen. I don't want to smack it and stop the video. So fuck it, let it fly. She gets emotional when she finds out that Gary died. It's like so unbelievable. Just like when she found his body and she gets to screaming, ah! It's just like not believable. So, I mean, I would give kudos to that. Danny was the only one that kind of kept it real and was like, yeah, fuck Gary, glad he's dead type shit. Everybody else was just trying to like cover their ass, and I was just like, for what reason? They don't have anything on y'all. So Karen is next. And like I said, first Karen's getting questioned about, she's not even getting questioned. They bringing up her multiple baby daddies and how her salon burnt down, and how Zach left her for Fatima. It was just a whole bunch of stuff that had nothing to do with Gary. But then they started talking about how, Pam, the business that Karen has invested in, well, it didn't even invest in. Like, Pam just took the money from the business account to help her business. And Marie Willis, the billionaire woman that Andy represents, helped her get money from her husband. She is one of the people who lost money investing in Gary, or dealing with Gary, whatever the case may be. So they try to put that two and two together. You know, Marie is an investor in your worker's business, and she lost money to Gary, so that would probably be some motive on Karen's part. And it's just like, I mean, all of that aside, do you really think somebody she's pregnant? Like, you really think somebody? I was just like, really? It's just like the questioning wasn't questioning for me with these agents. Then they cut away to Tony and Rich talking about, you know, their girls being interrogated at the moment, and Rich is still got this hard on for Andy. He's basically like, it's all her fault that this is happening, and she shouldn't have played Jordan. So we see how he still feels about Andy. Sabrina is next to be interrogated. I didn't even write anything about it because they didn't put anything together connecting to Gary. Like, they were just they were just bringing up her the whole arrest situation with the robbing of the bank with her and Maurice, and it was just like, and then just insulting Karen more, insulting Annie more. It's just like, where does Gary fit into all of this? It's just like nothing. They really just wasn't asking nothing about relating to Gary. It was just like stuff that we already knew. It was like they was trying to give us a recap, but in the words of the agents. And it's just like, we don't need that. We do not need that. We watched the show and we know what these women have been through. So Danny is next up to be interrogated. And like I said, I like the way that Danny held it. She admitted. She was like, I didn't come... Because everybody else just came, they was like... Because they asked Sabrina and Karen, you know, why did you guys come to the wedding if you didn't want her to marry Gary or whatever? And they like, moral support. That's our girl. It's our sister or whatever. And Danny's like, oh, I don't know who told you that, but I came to fuck shit up. She's like, I came to disrupt the wedding. She's like, I told Andy I was going to burn that shit down, but somebody had already stabbed Gary up. She's like, turned him into charcuterie or whatever she called it. And it was just like, exactly, like, just tell the truth. And then the agent's like, you didn't kill Gary, did you? And she's like, no, but whoever did, give them the key to the city. It was just funny. I mean, it was hysterics that we would expect from Danny's character. So, you know, Zach, who I've always felt like is like one of the best actors on this show. He's like lawyer. I want my attorney. I don't even know why we sitting right here chatting. Call my lawyer. And, you know, the agent tries to bring up Fatima, and you know, he's like threatening to tell Heather's lawyers, you know, Zach's baby mother, he's threatening to tell her lawyers that Fatima are being questioned for murder. This is when Zach finds out that Gary died. And, you know, I'm putting air quotes because at the end, of course, he's not dead. So Fatima gets interrogated next. I would probably say Fatima and Danny had the best interrogation scenes. Like, Fatima basically held it down. She was just like, why would I risk my career, my life on everything to kill Gary or to defend Zach, who they trying to accuse of killing Gary. And, you know, they trying to say that she killed Gary for Andy because she works for Andy and she's grown closer to Andy or whatever the case may be. Then, you know, the agents, of course, bring up the fact that Gary took Zach's money. And, of course, Zach wasn't happy about that. So next, Jordan is interrogated, and he just really wants to know where his sister is. And they not really telling him anything. They bringing up the whole Penelope testifying against Gary. I was surprised that Penelope wasn't getting interrogated, but then I had to remember that she's supposed to be what's the word? She's supposed to be in witness protection, or she's supposed to be in hiding or whatever. So she couldn't have killed Gary or whatever the case may be. But so Jordan's like, you know, I did come to the wedding for answers because she left me for Gary, and I know for a fact she don't like Gary. And he's like, I didn't get any answers. Of course, he didn't get any answers. And, you know, the agent claims that Andy didn't tell Jordan about Penelope being alive and her working with Penelope because of the fact that Andy and Gary were working together. Just a whole bunch of little stupid ass tactics to try to get Jordan to just trying to establish some motive with Jordan, and Jordan, of course, is not falling for it. What else happened? My bad, my phone closed up. So back in the interrogation room with Andy finds out at this moment all your friends have been released from questioning. You're the only one that's still being questioned because you're the one we want, basically. Like they dragging the hell out of Annie, and they degrade. I mean, they talking hella shit about her. They feel like she's guilty in some way. She's just guilty of being a dumbass, if you ask me. So then we cut away to Hayden, who's packing. He's talking about his passport, so he packing to go out the country, looking guilty as hell as he watches the news about Gary. And he's like Gary got what he deserved. Tamara's next. And as he's about to leave, Tamara pops up at the door. She's like, "Where you going?" Sabrina comes home, gets comforted by Rich. That was kind of an unnecessary scene. Danny comes home, writes in her journal about Andy and Gary, and then Tony comes in and tries to have a conversation with her, but Danny just want to have sex. I feel like another useless scene, but okay. And Pam comes to see Karen. Yeah, you said I was your bestie after that whole baby shower, and I had your back. That whole situation. I ain't gonna lie, I thought in that moment Karen was gonna get mad at Pam because the agent tried to put that 2 and 2 together with the whole Pam and Marie investing and all that. Surprised they ain't interrogate Marie Willis, but that's another story. Zach is furious about being interrogated, and Fatima's like, "Well, did you do it?" She's like, "I don't care if you did it. I just need us to have our story straight." And Zach's like, "No, why would you even think that?" Man, it's like, why wouldn't she think that? You had motive. And Zach's like, he swears on his kids he didn't do it. And then he's like, "Well, did you do it, Fatima?" It's like, "Fatima, you had motive too." And Fatima's like, "Nah, ain't no friendship worth me losing my life in prison." And whatever the case may be. So they speculating on who could have did it. Because, everybody had a motive. And Fatima suggests, like, how about me and you figure out. So it's about to be Zatima investigates. They about to try to figure out who killed Gary. So Hudson, the friend... Oh, yeah, Hudson gets interrogated, too. Did I skip that? Yeah, he gets investigated. I mean, he gets interrogated, too. Asked about the whole FBI investigation. And he basically tries to pin everything on Andy, saying that Andy was corrupt and a gold digger, and whatever the case may be. I don't know how I skipped that, but it wasn't that important. So Hudson... He gets to the hospital to find out all of a sudden Gary is not dead. Gary, he flatlined a little bit, so that's probably a tactic that the police used against you guys to make it seem like it was murder. But no, he's back. He's lucky to be alive. And it's just like, of course this nigga's not dead. I was shocked at the beginning when Andy was like, "Oh, so he's dead." I was like, "Oh, so they really killed off Gary." But then we get to the end, and of course Gary's not dead. So I wonder how long they're gonna drag this. He's in critical condition or whatever the case may be. How long it's gonna take for the rest of the cast to find out he's not dead. All that stuff. I'm wondering what's gonna happen with that. And then we get this final scene when Andy's back in. I mean, Andy's still getting interrogated. And this is why I said that this last moment of this episode saved the episode, because lo and behold, who the hell walks in the damn interrogation room while Andy's still getting interrogated? Motherfucking Robin. And I told y'all niggas, I knew Robin was going to come back. I didn't know how, in what capacity he was going to come back, but I knew he was going to come back. I even said at the end of season 7, I said plot twist, Robin, it might have been Robin that killed Gary because Gary tried to push him out the company. But no, Robin comes in there in defense of Andy as her legal counsel, tells her not to say anything else. And I'm just like, so where the hell you been, Robin? I know you was shooting the Monk movie with Monk. You know, if you watch Monk, he was in that Monk movie. But other than that, I was like, where the hell you been, Robin? They just disappeared your ass and never said anything again. I was like, they can't just write him off and not say what happened to him. He was supposed to come back after lunch or during lunch or something with the money to stay in the company, and then he just disappeared and we hadn't seen him for like a whole season. But Robin is back, and he's representing Andy. He probably eyeballing her at all her damn life choices she done made since he been gone. He talking about he the love of her life in the next episode, and I'm just like, now you got to choose, Andy. Is you gonna be with Robin or you gonna be with Jordan? I don't even know. I'm still not here for the whole new Jordan thing. Like, I still like the old Jordan. This new Jordan is still iffy to me. But yeah, I mean, me personally, I'm probably starting to think that it was Gary that faked his own death, and he probably gonna try to wake up and blame it on Andy. But I mean, I don't know, cause like, do people really have the bandwidth to stab themselves like he was stabbed? But I don't know. It's like I said, I'm gonna give it a B- only because my man Robin is back. I liked Robin's character, so we're gonna see what's gonna happen with him. But predictions. I mean, like I said, I don't really have no idea who could have killed Gary. It's so many suspects. Like I said, I think he probably stabbed himself and trying to blame Andy. It might be the person we least expect. It might have been Hudson. I don't know. But Hudson seemed like he really cared. I don't know. Maybe he just cared about the money that they make. I don't know. What is Tamara doing back at Hayden's house? Like, what do you think is going to happen there? I really have no idea. Could it have been one of the guys? Could it have been Tony or Rich? And they just covering up really well. I don't know. But we shall see what's going to happen in this next episode. This episode was mid, but I only give it a B- because of the fact that Robin is back, and I didn't think we was going to see him. But yeah, those are my little thoughts or what have yous. Leave your little thoughts and what have yous in the comments, and if it's something that I forgot to talk about, let me know in the comments. Leave your grades if they're high or lower. It don't matter. Leave them in the comments. Like and subscribe to the channel. I need over 300 subscribers, which isn't even a lot. I really want 300 million, but you know, got to start off slow and help build. So if you want to help build my channel, help support, then the easiest and freest way, I don't even know if freest is a word, but the easiest and freest way to help and support my channel would be by liking and subscribing to the channel. Like and subscribe, comment below. Thanks for watching this review, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.